Hello, ninth grade. Welcome to this week's rundown video. Pay close attention throughout this short rundown video because I have some really important and new things that we're going to be diving into this week. And the materials that I've listed here for you will be helpful in setting you up to be successful. So first of all, as always, the rundown video. Going down to number 2. So this week, we are going to start editing our process documentaries. So last week was all about brainstorming and prepping for that. You should have collaboratively completed some storyboards and drafted a script. And now we're going to take that and turn it into your process documentaries. So my background with film editing is, first of all, very sparse. I'm not very good at it. It is not something that I have a lot of experience with, and the experience that I do have is with iMovie. Unfortunately, everything that we have to edit film with on campus is Adobe. So we're going to be using Adobe Premiere Pro, which is fairly similar. I notice a lot of things that are the same. However, just the layout and some of the tools are a little different. And so, especially because Mr. Linick, who was originally going to be leading the editing of our documentaries, he's not going to be with us for the remainder of the year. So, in preparation for editing these clips, I'm going to first, ask that you are patient with me because, again, this is not something that I'm super well versed in. And B, I'm going to ask that you also take the time to review this tutorial. It's 17 minutes long. However, there's a lot of really technical and complicated stuff that's covered that I don't think we need. The basics are found here for you, and they are time-stamped. So go through and familiarize yourself with some of these more basic concepts, and that should set us all up to be successful as we approach the editing of our documentaries this week. And lastly, this week is a little light, and so I thought it was a perfect week to incorporate something that I love to do at the end of every school year, and that is the Dear Whatever Grade Teachers Flipgrid. So as you know, this is the first year that I have taught ninth grade. In the past, I've done this, and it's called Dear 8th Grade Teachers, because of course I used to teach 7th grade. However, I think it's still just as important for your future teachers to get to know a little bit about who you are as a person and as a student and what your needs are so that you can be successful. I think this is really important context for them so they can best support you to be successful. And also, I think it's a solid opportunity for you to kind of express what your needs are and what your interests are so that they might get an idea of what they might connect with you over. So, I've done this in the past, as I said, with my 7th graders. And I'm going to link this page into Google Classroom so that you can kind of scroll around, but it's exactly the same exact layout. What I'm asking of you is exactly what I've asked of my 7th graders. So please make sure that when you go to our Flipgrid, that you're reading the template carefully. So I've given you an outline here. Introduce yourself. Tell them about your interests, your family, your hobbies, your dreams. And then get into a little bit about your school year, your academic progress and performance. What are you proud of? How could it have gone better? Set some goals for next year and explain how they can help you to be successful. Are you somebody that really enjoys learning collaboratively? Are you somebody that needs different tools to help you with organization? So this is really important context that could be helpful for them to best support you. And lastly, do not respond in your Flipgrids to any of these prompts here with I don't know. And also, prepare a little something in writing before you record. Do not simply wing it. I've seen some really horrendous Flipgrids. So the best way you can knock this out of the park is by a little bit of foresight and some preparation beforehand. Okay, that is it. That's all I got for you. You're going to spend a little bit of time familiarizing yourself with Premiere Pro in preparation for our film editing. Make sure you're taking notes so that by the time you are on campus, we can use our collaborative time productively to get some editing done. And lastly, your flip grids to your 10th grade teachers. If you have questions, as always, you can send me an email, come see me for office hours. Otherwise, good luck, and I'll see you this week.